Alright. So you are here to celebrate the Republic Day as well as, like I said, your own achievement. So today's theme for the bazaar, anybody? What is the theme for today's bazaar? Yes. Alright, very smart. So he actually looked at the passport to give me the theme of the bazaar. That is exactly right. It is Journey Through the Times, the journey of freedom of India. Today, we will be traveling through time with all of you. We will take you through the history of India to the last 1,000 years, the last 1,000 years. India went through India went through three major eras of transformation in the last 1,000 years. The first of the era was called the Golden Era. That when India was very, very rich country, it was called the Golden Peacock, the Golden Bird. सोने की चिड़िया शायद आपने सुना होगा. और तब बहुत से राजा महाराजा हुए, बहुत सी डायनेस्टीज हुई और बहुत, India was a very prosperous place at the time. And then we got taken over by the Britishers and we went through the era of slavery and being dependent on the Britishers. That was a tough time for India. And then, alright. So that was the era under the Britishers, which was the era of slavery and yet bravery. And then came, when we gained independence, came the era of modernization, the modern era. And our country went through leaps and bounds of advancement, growth and modernization, and many, many achievements that make us proud to be called Indian. So, not only are we going to enjoy our passports, our shopping, our activities, we are also going to learn about some of these wonderful eras that India went through.
As we celebrate India's Republic Day today, let us go back and look at how India has emerged and evolved over time. India, known as Bharat many years ago, was very prosperous with many princely states that largely lived in harmony with each other. Bharat was rich in spices, raw materials, fine silk, gold, silver, and many other valuable resources. Bharat was self-sufficient, prosperous, and largely happy. This was the golden era, and Bharat was referred to as the Sone ki Chidiya or golden bird all over the world.
जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। सत्य अहिंसा और धर्म का पग पग लगता डेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ आसमान से बातें करते मंदिर और शिवालय, किसी नगर में किसी द्वार पर कोई न डाला डाले, कोई न डाला डाले। और प्रेम की बंसी जहाँ बजाता आए शाम सवेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा।
There were many dynasties that ruled in Bharat. Different regions had different kingdoms and they were ruled by their own kings and queens. To name a few, there was the Magadh kingdom, the Cholas, the Pallavas, the Chalukyas, the Mauryan Empire, the Guptas, the Maratha Empire, and the list goes on. Bharat, with its vast, rich, and reserve resources, attracted traders from all over the world. The people of Bharat were simple, hardworking, intelligent, and content with their lifestyle. The economy thrived due to flourishing trade with foreign lands. In the 13th century, traders from northern and central Asia came to Bharat. Slowly and steadily, they started capturing these kingdoms. They took over the riches and lands from these kings and queens. These invaders from northern Asia came to be known as the Mughal Empire. This period was characterized by high taxes and stagnant development. By the 17th century, most of the princely states were under the rule of the Mughal kings. The local kings were mere puppets under their rule. Now Bharat was also known as Hindustan. The rule of the Mughal kings went on for a very long time until the 17th century. Around this time, the British came to India to do business. They came under the banner of the East India Company. Their interests were in Hindustan's silk, spices, and jewels. They arrived as friendly traders and won the confidence of the kings by offering attractive business deals.
हम ये जाहिर करने चाहते हैं कि हम आप पर अपने मन की माफिक हुकूमत करने के लिए, जुल्म करने के लिए यहाँ नहीं आए हैं, बल्कि हम आपका दोस्त बनकर यहाँ आए हैं। आप और हम इस मुल्क की तरक्की करने के लिए हाथ मिलाएंगे।
Seeing these trade opportunities, soon their plans changed. They realized they could gain not just wealth but also control. Hence, the East India Company slowly transformed into a ruling power. By the mid-1800s, the British Crown replaced the East India Company. From there, the British arrived as traders but gradually became rulers through smart deals, battles, and strategic planning. The British rule over India lasted a very long time, nearly 200 years.
Watch carefully how some really significant people arose to strive for our freedom, to energize the people of India to go towards achieving that freedom from the Britishers. So watch carefully and then we will talk. Okay? Now.
The British rule was the worst time for India. The Britishers were ruthless and showed no mercy. Indians were treated poorly and were always put to work in low positions. We lost our glory and prosperity. Some brave Indians wanted to free India from the cruel British rule. They decided to rebel and fight against injustice. They wanted the British to leave India and go back to their own country. Many brave Indians died or were executed in the rebellion. The people of India had to follow many unfair rules, like tax on salt, salt which is the basic necessity of life.
Everyone must pay taxes on salt. You cannot make your own salt. Only we, the British, can sell it.
But we are so poor. How will we pay for salt?
This is not fair. Salt is made from the sea, and the sea belongs to everyone.
The people were unhappy, but they didn't know what to do. Then, a great leader named Mahatma Gandhi came to guide them.
My friends, the British have made unfair laws. We will fight them with peace, not with violence. Let us walk to Dandi and make our own salt.
We will join you, Gandhiji. Yes, let us march for our freedom.
Gandhiji and his followers walked for many days to reach Dandi. There, Gandhiji picked up a handful of salt from the sea, breaking the British law.
With this, we show that India will not follow unjust rules.
With this act, Mahatma Gandhi showed us that wars can be won with non-violence. Non-violence and courage can be powerful weapons. This act of civil disobedience inspired similar protests across the country. Finally, India got independence from the British rule on August 15, 1947. India's independence was the result of decades of struggle, sacrifice, and determination by countless individuals. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, Sarojini Naidu, Savitribai Phule, Sister Nivedita, Madam Bhikaji Cama, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, and countless unsung heroes united a diverse nation to achieve a common goal. August 15, 1947 marks not just the end of colonial rule, but the beginning of a new chapter, one that calls for building a nation rooted in justice, equality, and unity. challenges after gaining independence from the British rule. These challenges were political, social, economic, and cultural. But despite these challenges, India's spirit and leadership helped it progress towards becoming a stable and democratic nation. India started the process of rebuilding and restoring its glory. It was time to make India self-reliant. It was time to feed its population, provide clothing and shelter. It was time to wipe tears from every eye. These were the gigantic tasks, but then so was the desire to achieve them. Faced and overcome many challenges. With a population of 1.5 billion people today, India is the largest functioning democracy. India is the fifth largest economy, a leader in information technology, and a hub for startups. Its mission, like Chandrayaan and Gaganyaan, have shown its space prowess. India is also a key player in the global diplomacy, advocating for climate change action, peace, and equitable development. During COVID, India supplied more than 2 billion doses of vaccines to other parts of the world. India has shown to the world that poverty, illiteracy, and large population has not been an obstacle in the growth of vibrant India. India has produced some of the world's most brilliant mathematicians and scientists, leaders and philosophers. It has a powerful army that uses as a deterrent and for peaceful purposes. People of Indian origin making a difference in the world as famous doctors, engineers, scientists, sportsmen, film actors, computer techs, and even politicians. Let me conclude by saying India's journey from the golden era to unprovoked invasions, to colonial exploitations, and finally to independence and global prominence reflects its enduring spirit and adaptability. As India continues to rise on the world stage, it does so with the lessons of its history and the vision of a brighter, inclusive future for all. Jai Hind.